Hey guys, welcome back to the Locator Lounge. If you haven't been here before, my name is Chris, and this is Henry, my 1967 Toyota Stout. Now, if you guys have been following me, you know that I've been putting this truck to work lately. I use this thing as a work truck. As much as he's fun to cruise around town, being a homeowner, you know, I'm always doing stuff myself. I just recently put down a bunch of mulch. So I absolutely use this guy as a truck. So the more that I've been driving him around though, I'm realizing that his suspension could probably use a little attention. I don't really know if the shocks are the original, but I don't really feel like they're doing a whole lot because I am feeling every single bump in the road. Driving on nice, smooth roads, the truck drives awesome. It's once I start hitting all the potholes and just all of the mess. So today I'm going to walk you guys through how to change out the shocks on this 1967 Toyota Stout. Thankfully, Toyota kept things nice and simple. We've got one nut up top for the shock, and down below, we've got 4 bolts for the lower mount. All right, so to get this guy off, we've got to hold this piston in place. While we turn it. Since this is rusted on and this is already starting to round out, we're just going to cut it off. Here we go, guys. That is the shock, front shock out of the driver's side of the Stout. And this is the replacement that a lot of the guys are running on the forums. Now, one of the things that you'll notice here is this lower mount. So this lower mount is different. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to press this out, and then we're going to unbolt this because this is actually just bolted together. So we're going to pull this out and swap it into this guy. Now that we've got that pin out, we've got to press this guy in here. A little bit of grease to ease things up. All right, we've got this guy put back together. We've got the Stout lower mount into the new shock. So let's go ahead and get this thing installed. And if you guys have been following my content, my channel, you'll know that I always suggest cleaning out your threads with a thread chaser. Guys, this is a 60-year-old pickup truck. There is bound to be rust. So we are just gonna go through, we are going to clean these threads out with a thread chaser before we bolt it back together. Before we lift the shock up into the truck, we want to make sure that we get our new lower bushing on, and then we're just going to slide this guy up. Top, we've got our bushing. And the nut. No surprise, guys, that this side was also rusted, so trusty cutoff wheel. Get these lower bolts out. Just like that. It falls out, guys. Got that out. And there we go, just like the other side, guys. We've got that old, or the new pin removed, and we've got the old Stout lower mount into this new one. So let's go ahead and get this thing in. All right, so be sure that you've got your bushing on there before you install the shock. And that's all it takes to change out your shocks on the front of a 1967 Toyota Stout. Obviously, that's going to be the same for all of the Stouts, and then it's probably going to be really similar to a lot of the Hiluxes and early Toyota pickups. So besides needing a press, changing out those shocks was pretty easy, but believe it or not, the rear is even easier. So let's go ahead and get this truck turned around so we can knock those out. was a little close, but it works. And as I said, guys, underneath is going to be even easier. So there's our top mount and our lower mount. You've just got two 17mm nuts. Literally as easy as that, guys. We got that old shock out. You can see this thing, I mean, just, yeah, it's not supposed to do that. And there's nothing here. So basically the exact same shock. So let's go ahead and get these new ones into the truck. I'm curious on a part number. Looks like this is the Monroe 3100. This is blue, and it is a different part number. I actually can't tell if it's Monroe or not. But anyway, let's get this in, and goodness, that truck is gonna ride so much better now. And let's tackle this other side. Out with the old, and in with the new. So yeah, there are the old shocks, guys. You can see, again, these are crazy worn out. This isn't even doing anything. I just pushed that down with nothing. Like, these super short, they push in easily, but they do not rebound back. So again, these are all dead. Being that they're all blue, they all look like this Monroe style. And then I also noticed under the truck that there's a cotter pin on those castle nuts for the rears that prevents it from coming undone, and the pin wasn't there. So these are all replacement parts. So this poor truck has seen new shocks, but man, at 6 years old, who knows how old these guys were. And it really is that easy to swap out the shocks on an old pickup like this, guys, this 1967 Stout. The rear, super easy, as you guys saw. Front wasn't that bad. Obviously, owning a shop press helps. But reality, the hardest part about this job was finding the right parts that I needed. Thankfully, there's an awesome community of Toyota Stout owners on Facebook. Guys are always posting their parts and the different things that they find that works. I'll be sure to put a link down in the description for the ones that I used. Now let's get this thing out for a drive and find out how much better it's riding.
We bow before you and awe at your ways, seeking your will, trust in your love. Cover our sins, light up.